This is a freaking shot. Let's go. France, Senegal. France, Senegal. They'll sing it in French, man. It's supposed to... Let's go. Okay, so Loki, I'm quiet. Okay, it's good, it's alright. The stream is sounding alright. Stream is sounding alright, it's alright, let's go. Because I'm not using headsets today. I don't want to use headsets. That thing is stopping my ear, guy. We're going for Morocco to eliminate France to make the run easier for Lionel Messi.
Proudly again into the climactic days of a World Cup tournament. France and Morocco face to face, toe to toe once more.
They don't even see.
As well as broad expectation weight in France's favour. In half a dozen attempts, Morocco have never beaten them. And in December 2022, it was France who finally ended Morocco's miracle. 14 wins from the last 16 games. Perfect here. The only team left to have played 5-1-5.
Allez, bleu! Let's go.
And they are a band of blue brothers. Is Facundo Tello of Argentina, who had charge of Morocco's quarter-final victory over Portugal in the Al Tumama Stadium Doha at the last World Cup. Do note there are 3 Frenchmen and 5 Moroccans within 1 yellow card of missing a potential semi-final. Video assistant referee, also Argentinian, is Hernan Mastrangelo.
I'm on there, fuck everybody with blue flag. Bro, not today now. That's BS.
Recover from their feisty tie against Paraguay. France have no great need to freshen, so it's 10 of the 11 who started in.
This match is going to be so boring. I'm seeing it.
Again, the pick at left back. Manu Kone continues to partner Adrian Rabiot in central midfield, Chouameni and ongoing
Manu
injury concern.
Kone.
Point of difference is Desiree Doué, who came on and won the penalty against Paraguay. Bradley Barcola gives way. Kylian Mbappe makes his 20th World Cup appearance, a French record he now shares.
This guy is going to have to score.
For Morocco, the same
Kylian is definitely going to score.
Similar resistance to change. Their issues are at centre half, where Chad Riyad was an absentee against Canada and missing again now. It appears this time Nusair Mazraoui shifts in field to play that role. Anas Salah Eddin comes in on the left. And at centre forward, starman Ismail Saibari pulled up lame in Houston. Instead of him, not Sofiane Rahimi, but in Chemsty Tolby, an entirely different type of player. Of these 11, 3 were born in France.
I think they speak French now. Morocco can speak French.
Didier Deschamps
I think so, I don't know.
for jeopardy. This is his end game. His every game could now be his last. Mohamed Rabi seamlessly into the shoes of Walid Regraoui, who achieved all of this last time round. Morocco 34 games unbeaten, several of those on the very edge, but repeatedly they have shown nerve and fibre and fight, and they have prevailed at the margin. The quarter-final of World Cup 2026. 8 nations remain. The reigning champions from South America. 6 Europeans, none more formidable than France.
Since we want to be stupid and we don't want to walk, I don't know what's going on.
World Cup 2026. 8 nations remain. The reigning champions from South America.
Kylian Mbappe. That started though.
At this tournament, it is hot. There is no respite from the sun down on that field in Foxborough. There's really no respite for most of the fans as well, the 64,000 of them here in what is officially known as Boston Stadium. And we've got 4 games over the next 3 days for you in this quarterfinal round of the FIFA World Cup. And quarterfinal number 1 is underway. It is France changing to what is technically a very light green. It is the Atlas Lions of Morocco wearing red. And it was the French in the Philadelphia on the
Morocco
that showed a different side of themselves. They had won comfortably and they'd won beautifully up until that point. They showed they could win ugly as well. The 1-0 victory over Paraguay to get them to a 4th consecutive quarterfinal against
Morocco did not come to play. They did not come to play
because they were the opponent of the semifinal last World Cup, but because of the number of French-born players on the field and on the bench for this Moroccan team, Morocco have made history by reaching a 2nd consecutive quarterfinal. No African nation has ever done that, but that's the question as we've been setting up for the last 2 hours. Can they go one further? Can they beat France for the first time ever? And can they get to the semifinal for a 2nd consecutive time? How do we expect this game to look here today?
Well, the first decision was going to be tactically, what did it look like for Morocco? It actually looks like El Khanous is playing as the striker. Talbi has gone out to the left. Brahim Diaz stays on this right side. So clearly Morocco liked the combination between Diaz and Hakimi on the right. The two of them work really well because he tucks inside. For the French team, look, they're going to get more pressure than they've seen throughout this tournament so far. Morocco like to high press. They like to play with the ball. I expect this game to have swings of momentum both ways. But for Morocco, it's going to be, can they match this French team for 90 minutes? Can they stay in tune? Can they not make mistakes? Can they keep the ball when they need to? Because I think the tempo of the game will be important in a match like this in this type of
Morocco should not go and screw up, bro. lot of Messi fans are counting on them.
Raheem Diaz, nice little move inside of Luca Dini that he nutmegs his way through Rabiot as well. Those moments are going to be so significant for Morocco to get the ball. What can they do with it?
No, now keep the ball at your feet. That guy is doing.
Oh, they couldn't keep it on that one though. By Raheem Diaz there. One of the French-born players, one of the former French youth internationals, steering it back to Yassine Bono under some pressure. Just gets rid of it long.
And really, we talked about this so much throughout the pregame. This left side for France. The matchup between Desiree Doué, club teammate, and PSG with Hakimi. That is the strength for the Moroccan team, is Hakimi's ability to get into the attack. Interested if Doué can keep him pinned back by keeping a high position.
Ousmane Dembele on the outside. Jules Koundé will overlap him, come into Elise. Micalo there to get it, and that's part of the familiarity, is how many club teammates, current and former, are out there on that field, frequent opponents as well. So Doué skips inside of Hakimi, plays for Mbappe, found a pocket of space, and pulls the shot just wide. No, it did take a touch on the way through. Boy, you give him an inch and he'll take the whole mile.
Instant, his thought is, comes underneath the back line, gets a pocket, gets turned, hits a great looking shot.
Oh,
and
man.
Bono had to be alert.
Not really
Let's this one short and quick.
Dembele will clip it into the back post. Upamecano's there. Bono the save. Pushed it away.
It's just 4 minutes now. What's going on?
He has been the hero for them time and time again, Yassine Bono.
It's just 4 minutes to have.
Just 4 minutes.
Fans want to score already. You're not joking about? Okay.
What a chance, by the way. And what a save from close proximity. I think Upamecano was 3 yards away from him. But as you'll see when this ball comes in, his momentum's taking him away from goal, so he can't generate the power. And he's already jumped now, so he's just trying to redirect it on goal. He's doing the right thing by trying to get it into the ground to make it difficult for Bono, and here come France again.
There's Doué knocked down behind the play. Mbappe bursts the speed of the byline, can't catch up to it all the way out.
Getting old.
What Bono did really well in that moment was he didn't overcommit. He's not trying to guess or anticipate too much, but look, he stands tall to the very last minute and reacts. He's actually starting to lean to his left, thinking, potentially anticipating it's going to go to that near post. Big time save. But here's the question for Morocco. Can they have spells with the ball? We talk so much about the French going to feel a bit of pressure from this Moroccan team, and they're going to get tested at the back as well, Didier Deschamps' team. But this will be the most they have felt.
Yeah, looks very familiar, but I don't know.
France really putting the pressure on early, high pressing up the field, forcing some long balls, not allowing Morocco to play through them. They're going to eat that up all day in the back.
And yet Morocco off to a better start in this game than the semifinal 4 years ago. They were already down a goal at this point. It's part of why they had such a huge share of the possession in that semifinal 4 years ago, as the French were up early. Happier to sit back. Hakimi, and he's got friends and teammates, current and former, out there on France, plays for PSG, standing his own record, 16th World Cup appearance for him, more than any Moroccan player in history. The pass was steered inside. Well, now he was first to recover it. Another French-born player. We've got 3 in total on the field. El Anaoui in the middle. Boadi as well. Issa Diop at the back. All born and raised in France. Choosing to play for Morocco instead. And Diop, for that matter, on the ball. He said in an interview 8 years ago he would never play for anyone but France. As he said in the interview to a French outlet, even if I'm never called up by the senior team, I will never play for anyone else. He had been a teammate of Kylian Mbappe's, winning an under-19 European championship. But the French never called. And 8 years later, Morocco and Senegal, where each of his parents are from, they were calling. And now here's Issa Diop on the field at this World Cup.
Hypocrisy at its finest.
A prolonged spell of possession here for Morocco to get the type of look that they want, which is now building with three center backs essentially, and Hakimi high and wide on the right where they want him, which allows then Brahim Diaz to come underneath and find some space. But France staying very compact centrally, not allowing those penetrating balls to find him.
The biggest challenge right now for Morocco is that balloon on the field. Here's Rabiot. Doué on the outside. Poked away by Boadi. And then Doué commits a foul. Trying to win it back. Really the first stoppage of play we've had for an awful long time.
Now foul, Jerry. Come on. Now look at what to see.
Diaz clipping it forward. Hakimi in chase to the byline is going to run out of room. First time in a while, though, that Morocco have had that sort of possession. Gianni Infantino amongst the dignitaries, some of whom are in the shade, some of whom are in not. And a warm day in Foxborough. Micalo able to open up wide for Ousmane Dembele. And he had a great spot there for Mbappe. Just put too far in front of him. Good work by Kone to win the loose ball back in the middle in front of Boadi. Out to Doué. Doué, that was blocked by Jump. Boadi on the ball, 18-year-old from France. He was captaining the French under-21s in March, although reportedly already had his decision made to switch to Morocco.
Papa, play the ball long for your players.
Player you've been very impressed with, a player making history by starting World Cup quarterfinal at 18.
And on a hot day, it feels like one of the coolest characters out there. I remember watching that opening game against Brazil, the way he controlled that midfield, and has been an ever-present in there. Number 6, willing to take the ball under pressure, knows when to speed the game up, knows when to slow it down, and it feels like a game where he's not afraid of the moment. And he will be in the biggest game of his life with the biggest test of his life. He's got to try to deal with Olise and Mbappe floating off his shoulder and trying to find connection and harmony with his teammates. Here he is again on the ball now.
Baba, run, Jerry. Hakimi, you have the pace. Unai, player. Go, Shija.
LA in 1958 to start a World Cup quarterfinal. Rabiot knocked off the ball. Hakimi's pressure there, and then it's overhit. That was Lucas House there trying to go wide for Talbi, and now he's down in a bunch of pain. We play on. That ball never went out of play on the far side. Promising moment that broke down there. Lucas House back to his feet and rejoining the play.
I think Dembele only performs when you underestimate him. I think that's the only time he performs. If you don't underestimate him, he's late. That's one thing I've noticed.
Who can react to them?
When you say, Dembele is not good, he's not good, he's not good, that's when he just speaks form and shows shaggy.
One ahead of Brahim Diaz. Olise just trying to draw in Salah Eddin.
Just pick form and use all of you and dance.
So far. And Diaz able to intercept that pass. Now can Morocco go on the counter? Brahim Diaz carrying forward. France are backing off. Diaz all on his own right now. And Manu Kone's not having any of that. Diaz is down behind the play.
What boots is that? F50.
Diaz is still slowly, gingerly getting to his feet on the other end of the field as it's rolled through for Mbappe, waiting for support against his former youth French teammate, Mbappe on Diop. Cuts it back to the top of the box, poked away by Talbi. They're going to reset for Koundé. Mbappe once more. Wide for Elise. Saladin defending. Kylian Mbappe. Threads it in. Adrien Rabiot. Doué. Lucadinha, chance to cross, gets it in, header away there. Mazraoui able to change his direction.
No, they should not make a mistake and play this game
right now, but it just feels so surgical from the French. The way
don't make
they
that
move
mistake.
the ball with purpose. Mbappe's running off the ball, just so effective, dragging defenders wide, opening up spaces, getting a team on balance. But yet Morocco, in those moments, able to close the defense and then really not dive in and open up the gaps too much. But that pressure is building and building from this French attack.
And the French have a free kick. A dangerous position on the edge of the attacking part of the field as Elise goes down. There was that one earlier with Brahim Diaz that wasn't called.
And he's having to do a lot when he's in possession, Brahim Diaz.
That was a foul.
He can slip out of one challenge, and then the
that was a foul on Diaz.
Here comes the third. It's where you're really feeling the miss of Saibari in a game like this.
Dembele, the fake. Elise sends it in. Mazraoui heads it out. We're able to find Mbappe. Poked away, second chance, jumped there first. Tommy just had nowhere to go, so he retreats to Bono. And now he's under some pressure.
All under control.
It's calm.
Just how they drew it.
Yeah, Tommy, he looks up, and there's nobody forward in the field. Elkanous has to keep that depth to the team. I know he wants to come in, and he's been playing wide left. It's not natural to him, but he needs to continue to stretch the field and be an outlet for Morocco to continue to keep this French defense honest. Nice combination here.
Advantage being played. Diaz coming forward. Lost the handle on that. Will the referee bring it back for a free kick? He will. As that was Unaki who went down. And no advantage came from it.
Yep. Digne catching Unahi as that ball was gone. So Morocco going to use this not only to get a couple fluids on board on this near sideline, but set up a set piece. I'm interested. He said Diop come up. It looks like they will bring everybody up for this.
Unahi will walk away. It'll be Hakimi to take it. Has 2 assists at this tournament. And it's just about everybody up for Morocco. Everyone back for France. Hakimi. And I'm going to defer to you what his intention was there.
I think he was attempting to shoot that, actually. Maybe trying to catch.
Jesus, what was that?
Off his line, maybe a little Ronaldinho versus England. But
you had to save those for Saturday in Miami.
Yeah.
Poor David Seaman, legendary goalkeeping career, and he gets so many times remembered for the worst moment. But now a chance for Morocco to press a little bit higher. A chance for Morocco to put a little bit of pressure on the French. It was a great touch in there by Elise to nutmeg El Anaoui. And release it to the near side. Mbappe now. Just glides, poked away. I mean, you pointed out when he was right next to us warming up pregame, he's a bigger dude than you give him credit for.
Well, when he opens up that stride and that momentum and that power, more importantly, that he has, he's so difficult to defend. He thinks and felt that no one actually came off his heel in the end, so that's the right decision. But he's buzzing around early. He looks like he means business in this game, as he has all tournament long. But the challenge for Morocco and what I'm seeing from Mbappe is he's running you behind, and then the next play, he pops up underneath. So you really have to have faith in your defensive structure and everybody's responsibilities, because if you start to follow him, that's when the space opens up for other players.
If Morocco carried this move to penalty, that's it to France is out.
Such a quick release with the shot as well.
Mbappe one behind Messi at this tournament for goals, 2 behind Messi for the all-time record. But
about France go come out, they go penalty now.
In games like these,
I don't tell you
World
now.
Cup knockout games, than Kylian Mbappe.
Morocco should take France to penalty. They are going out. Who is going out? Find out. And the game is such a very close game, guy.
Driving in. Still Olise. Now Mbappe. Out to Desiree Doué. Hakimi to meet him. Doué hooks the cross in. Back post header. Wide. And Bono seemed much more comfortable than any of the French fans that was going to be looping wide.
Well, Olise came inside and attracted the entire defense. So now you can see the Moroccan defense really trying to get their shape back. Belly had drifted in at the far side, comes back to get the cross because it was a little under hit, and he's trying to redirect it to get the power on it to the far post. Doesn't test Bono's goal.
We've started. We've started.
That's a handball and a free kick for France. Certainly in the attacking part of the field.
Even my stream is lagging. Okay, so it's internet. Internet is just slow. Okay.
Right, take him out, take him out. No, no.
Yeah, it's just the internet is slow.
So culturally there is a fair bit of overlap. Several French-born players in the Moroccan squad, several playing their club football in France. Mutual friendships between the two teams. There is a still unbeaten national coach, 10 games into his career, who will be with Morocco, won 6 drawn 4. Olise. Dembele. Salah Eddin has a small problem. And he solves it, a deadly, what a good tackle. Kudus. Talbi is herring ahead of him.
No.
Able to really get into the game going forward. Talbi at all, helping out his defence in the main.
Unahi. Brahim Diaz. Unahi. Hakimi, and Dini had to watch it behind, and Morocco on the corner. That's a good tackle by Hakimi on Mbappe.
I think Mbappe agrees, but chance to get the ball in the box.
Diaz does just that. Rabiot's header clear. Mbappe, Doué, nice feet. Olise, Doué. This time he couldn't break the challenge of Unahi. Diaz. Unahi. Kudus.
They're no small, they reach. No, it's in mean to reach quarter final. Now beans.
Unahi. Buhari. Hakimi.
No small. Don't worry, look Morocco as small. It's an underdog. Let it play. We just use penalty. Come out France.
Diaz, that was lovely. Buhari couldn't quite latch on. Saliba clear. Hakimi wanted to return it. Doué went in forcefully, and Olise runs away hurriedly. And Mbappe's ahead of him, and Dembele's through the middle. This is Kylian Mbappe. Mazraoui's challenge, penalty kick.
Mazraoui is a fool.
Mazraoui knew straight
Mazraoui is a
He didn't need to look at
a fool.
He knew it caught Mbappe. It's the classic step over from the French centre forward that did the defender. Just before the hydration break as well, and just after Morocco had been having a bit of joy in terms of territory, but there was a claim of a foul here, but Doué gets the ball, he gets his toe to it. No question that wasn't a foul. How many times have we seen this, though? Burst of acceleration, step over, a brief appeal for Mazraoui, but he knows.
Now, allow you check that thing,
It would be a surprise if the Argentine referee was asked to reconsider that. More evidently is he.
Check it, though. That is. Did he have contact?
Mazraoui has cause for regret. And he's not the first for whom Mbappe has just been too rapid, too smart.
Well, the way they've defended Morocco, it was with the intention of not getting caught on the counter when they do.
I told you.
And they haven't got into that position up until now.
There's no point of doing this. We all know Mbappe is
Unsurprisingly,
taking
Kylian Mbappe has come to take possession of the football away from Ousmane Dembele. 19 goals in 19 World Cup games prior to this to maintain his remarkable goal per game ratio on the greatest stage. Mbappe waits.
Still looking at it. Which suggests they think possibly it wasn't a foul.
Mbappe walking to the ball to re-spot it. Yassine Bono has come off his line to engage with him and to increase the jeopardy, to ramp up the drama.
is the biggest saga ever, isn't it, from a penalty? If indeed it is, which surely it is.
Just take the penalty now. What's the point? Oh.
Kylian Mbappe.
Come on! Yassine Bono!
And it was very reachable for Yassine Bono, who just had to get...
Come on! Yassine Bono!
And if the delay has affected Kylian Mbappe, but that...
Come on! Come on!
Mbappe and Messi failed from the spot. Remarkable.
I don't know. I beg. There's no hate to France, but when I guys they go out, so I beg. Hey! Come on, Bono. Bono. Ah, thank God. Father, I thank you. Father, I thank you. Shame you, bro.
Well, we saw the little stutter, which hasn't served a lot of people all that well. And it didn't serve France's finest particularly well here. Not in the corner, no power. It's weak.
The
Nice,
fifth penalty
Bono.
save of World Cup 2026. Messi has suffered, now Mbappe has suffered. And at the first half hydration break, it remains because of that.
They still gave you the penalty, so don't complain. Don't complain. They had to do their checks. When they don't come talk, say they rob Morocco, because that's how everybody is now. Why is Mbappe complaining? They had to do their checks. They had to do their checks. So you should not complain that they delayed this penalty. They gave you the penalty. Step up and finish it. You know, don't complain. Please don't. There's no need for that. Thank you. Much definitely. That was beautiful. Much definitely. That was beautiful.
of that type.
Yasin Bololo, Bololo, Bololo,
Doué.
Baba, anything wey go make Messi run easy for this World Cup, na we dey pray for. May he win am again. May all the Ronaldo fans enter their rabbit hole.
Olise. It's gone to ground.
Buadi. Nahi. Hakimi. El-Nawi.
The heat's down there. He's bound to affect the pace of the game. It's just a question of injecting some acceleration into your play at the right moment.
Buadi. Unai looking to break the lines. Brahim Diaz waiting to be threaded through. Micalo away. Oh, Buadi caught on it. Desiree Doué! Bono, another fine save at pretty close quarters.
Well, both Morocco central midfielders dallying on the ball, and Buadi the one getting caught. Once more, they get away with it. Gets down sharply, Bono. What a tournament he's having.
He says out swinger. Snapped by Koundé and steered wide. He couldn't take it, but he had support from Al-Khanous. He crashed the ground. Here's Olise. Sharply up towards Mbappe, who couldn't gather it in. Hakimi from right back in the centre forward for her at the moment, Morocco.
Yeah, how did he end up there?
Ashrawi. Saadi. El-Nawi. Of this game will play Spain or Belgium in Dallas Tuesday. It's foul by El-Nawi.
Yeah, his touch just encourage Kone to close down, and they are having a bit of joy, aren't they, nicking the ball off the Moroccan players at the moment. This was the Douai effort. A bit like the penalty, a bit too close to the keeper.
It's Douai again. Dean. Saliba. Koundé. Olise. Olise ran into traffic and ran out of it again. Dembele couldn't take the ball. Brahim Diaz wants to run away with it. Saliba made that tough, but he did yield a free kick, which Brahim Diaz was in a hurry to take.
I think they can still do something. I feel like Morocco can still show themselves in this match. Because right now, I'm not gonna lie, they ain't showing shit.
Morocco now 34 games unbeaten. This includes 3 penalty shootouts and includes the contentious Africa Cup of Nations final. The last outright defeat was to Kenya in Nairobi on the 10th of August last year. Lots of those games have been in major tournament football. A lot of them have gone very tight, but they have always found a way to be the right side of the margins. Brahim Diaz. Toby. Coached out by Micalo, further cleared by Dembele, chased in by Salah Ad-Din. And behind.
And there are many moments like that, Morocco. They have been good on the counter-attack. But in this system, with these tactics, it's not proved so easy.
Morocco because you know Bubu no Waka, because you know Morocco. I'm not concerned. I need to make my goat win this second World Cup. Now it be my problem like this. Let Leo just win this second cup.
So 5 minutes of a first half in which France essentially have owned the ball. France have had the one glaring chance from the penalty spot. Olise, Salah Ad-Din threw in his left boot. Diaz, he's the principal ball carrier here, and Tolby there.
Certainly trying to keep the width from Morocco. Talbi on that far side, hugging the touchline.
Who's holding the ball?
Adopting this stance, they're always going to have to ride the luck. Morocco hope that they can soak up the pressure. So far so good, courtesy of a missed pen.
Hakimi is driving up deep into the attack.
Mercifully, the sun has just got behind a cloud. The temperature's dipped by about 30 degrees.
Calm down, you guys I just want to start getting frustrated. Calm down, there's no need.
Colombia are out of the World Cup now. Penalties on Switzerland, but their biggest star isn't. Shakira's still with us.
She's from Colombia, I never knew.
Micalo. The Moroccans wrapped up in it, as they were in Qatar. What a time to be alive if you're a football supporter in that country right now. Literally never had it so good. Charlie, nice touch. Salah Ad-Din gives it back. Guadi.
tell us that it has been mostly all France. The object would have been always just to stay in this game for Morocco.
And they've stayed in it.
That bonus save. Ah, that bonus save. Morocco don't know what that save has done for them, guy. They just kept them alive. That save just kept France alive.
He's done very, very well doing. Rabiot, Mbappe, 2 men at his back. Shields it for Micalo. Dembele is wide. Koundé has come infield from full-back. Dembele. Micalo. There was Koundé, but he can't catch that. Born and bred, developed at international level by Didier Deschamps. Took the French to the quarterfinals in 2014. And that has given them dreams really ever since. Runners-up in Euro 2016, winners of the World Cup in 18, runners-up in 22, and the semi-finals also at the last European Championships 2 summers ago. For much of that time, one of his principal artists was Antoine Griezmann, who himself played in 19 World Cup games. He's just coming into the MLS, actually. I gather he scored on his debut in a friendly for Orlando City yesterday. By the way, he scored all 3 of his World Cup penalties for France. Who would have had that penalty if he'd still been playing?
As it stands, it's a day for the French to be patient. They go a goal up and the complexion of the game totally changes. As long as it's 0-0, it's not going to be easy for them.
Doué. Caduce with a stringy strength in his tackling. Doué, Elise. Clear of Brahim Diaz. Koundé. Dembele. Doué, Rabiot resisted the temptation to shoot.
I saw it in his legs.
Saliba. Mighty hit from Koundé.
Dangerous 5 minutes now for Morocco before half-time.
Dembele, Elise. Goes down by Mazraoui.
5 minutes.
Keita. That was swishing all over the shot.
See rockets.
Yeah, when he's lining up to shoot, I'm thinking, no, not from there. Not that far out. Catches it perfectly with a bit of dip. Got a little finger on that, I think, Bono.
One kick given. There was a lot of lateral movement, and as you say too, it dipped at the last. The word is swaz.
See rockets. Bullets. Why?
Micalo.
Yeah, it's easy to forget his early chance, that headed effort.
Lovely take from Doué. Hakimi laid down in front of him. He's seemingly got a free kick, which is puzzled Desiree Doué.
Scrubbed
They both talked each other now. Stand up. What happened? They both dragged each other.
So the ref didn't see it. They're both grabbing hold of
They're
each
both
other.
grabbing each other. It's football. Stand up.
Mbappe. It's a couple of minutes of stoppage time. Usman and Dembele. Argentina's temperature is really running left back.
I'm a play shaky for me.
Big pressure on him coming into it now, and he's up against Dembele.
Benahi. Talbi's outside of him. El Khamis through the middle. Al-Anawi. Hakimi. Diaz. Hakimi. Anawi. Hakimi. Diaz. Can lose handball.
Here's half a chance. Only a couple of yards away, but the arm was up. It's the right decision.
Rockets this thing to the back post.
And by the time this is set, it is likely to become the last event of the first half here. We're well into the
See Mignon's hairline. Jesus! I've never seen a more perfect hairline than that.
Hakimi one side of the dead ball, and Brahim
He's so
Diaz the
straight,
other.
guy. Let's see they use ruler babam. Have you seen my eye? He's straight now. You know, this guy's going to be better. Bellingham hairline. Like something.
Hakimi went for the near post, and truth be told, he wasn't especially close.
I was just hoping that Magnon's going to edge across, and he had got one on target. Keeper might have been struggling.
It's not me if I
First
just be
attempt
hungry.
at goal, and indeed their last attempt of the first half, the last kick of the ball.
This is just the
First half
hungry
in
one.
which Kylian Mbappe's unusually tame strike of the ball from 12 yards was the feature, comfortably saved as it was from the penalty spot by Yassi Bono.
God of
As
mercy,
a
I'm
result of
always
which,
sleep.
despite all of France's
That's
greedy
boring,
possession,
guy.
we reached the break with the scoreline still reading: France 0, Morocco 0.
Maybe for my streaming, I go to do adverts.
fact, if you check now, if you are below the age of 18, I swear to God, the NSC don't block you.
Nobody's bigger than the program, and nobody deserves to get shitted on for your clean image for 9 months for you to come back and say, oh, my bad, y'all. My bad. You didn't find us out now. I reached out to your assistant even back then. I said, yo, I'm talking to YB. What proof y'all need to know? But the internet was going with it, and Kai was the victim. So it's like, fuck it. We don't give a fuck. Maybe Kai was going through some stuff. So, I want to give it some grace. But I do think that could have been handled a little bit. Nobody's bigger.
Stick the penalty now. What's the point?
Come on! Yassine Bono! Come on! Yassine Bono! Come on! Come I don't know. I beg.
Lie on your resume. I don't understand why you people are not lying on your resume. So I got a bunch of applicants for my administrative assistant position. I need a secretary. Don't apply if you're on TikTok, please. I'm not gonna respond. I'm or somebody that doesn't know who I am. But anyway, I'm looking at these resumes, and like, I'm not gonna call you because you had 900 jobs. Like, obviously the jobs are not the problem. You're the problem. Look at this. I'm gonna try to scroll fast so you don't see the person's name, but you get the idea. Look at this. Look at this. Those are, to give you an idea, they've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 jobs. 9 jobs. Like, that's crazy. And the resume only goes back 5 years. 5 years and 9 jobs. Listen, add some shit. Like, just stretch the length of the time. Your longest job was here. You were there for 8 months. Put 3 fucking years. Just lie.
Actually, be smart. Because if you have like 10 jobs within the space of 2 years, then you're definitely the problem. Nobody wants to hire you. Nobody wants to keep you. Lie. Like, to be real though, I didn't say so, but they said. They said, how do you do a miss this thing? What the hell? How did... Oh no, I beg, I'm even happy. Let them be going home.
Like, he's just always in his own world. He really quiet for real unless he know you. He's funny as hell though, but if he know you type. Like, he's just always in his own world. He really quiet for real unless he know you. He's funny as hell though, but if he know you type. Like, he's just always in his own world. He really quiet for real unless he know you. He's funny as hell though, but if he know you type. Like, he's just always in his own world. He really quiet for real unless he know you. He's funny as hell though, but if he know you type. Like, he's just always in his own world. He really quiet for real unless he know you. He's funny as hell though, but if he know you type. Like, he's just always in his own.
It is summer in Toronto, and if you're in Toronto, it is hot outside, so let's go get some acai bowls to refresh our day. As the heat today is literally deadly.
Where is this place?
Have such a wide variety.
Dembele.
Micalo.
Today we're trying the crispy chicken. Yet again, the whole of Africa is against Morocco, except for who? Somalia. Somalia, Hanullah, our biggest allies in Africa. They always show us love. But why you look against us again? We've proved you wrong so numerous of times. We're going to do it again and beat the French and do the impossible, inshallah. Africa, let's be one. We're African. We bleed for Africa. So make sure you lot know that Africa, next time you unite and support them. Yet again, the whole of Africa is against Morocco, except for who? Somalia.
You're stating for yourself. As long as me I'm concerned, I want France out so that Argentina will have an easy win.
We're gonna do it again.
Because if Morocco wins, Morocco will probably face Spain. Morocco is probably going to face Spain because that's in Belgium have been doing since. I don't think they'll be able to try that thing against Spain. Spain defenders are... I don't want to say Spain defenders, but Spain as a team, I don't know, they have their way of doing it. So, I don't know.
My Expedia.
I got the pizza. I am.
Welcome to Toronto, my.
About it again. Anything I want to do you, I will do you with men, the two men.
I feel like the only reason why everyone's so comfortable with bullying Julia is because she's got an accent.
Yeah, nobody understands her.
No, but when did Alado? That's bollocks, man.
They told me. My parents, they told me.
Why do Christians get?
So I fear.
This whole streamers university thing has made me realize how creative some of you guys are on this app. It's not fair. My app.
I'm terrible at soccer, so it's a.
That audio is so funny.
I just found a viral scoop cookie dessert in Toronto, and this is just trying to try it ASAP. And to be honest, this is one of the best things ever invented. It all starts with that freshly baked cookie, and they literally scoop it inside a cup. And my favorite part is that it's served super warm. Then they...
Do you know where that girl is? I'm looking.
If you had to rank...
Crazy. He thought everyone thought he cut his locks off.
Marketing
I believe a lot of guys today are invisible to women because women's standards are just through the roof. And I was watching a video yesterday, guys, one of those Pop the Balloon show videos, and, it was a brother on there, right? And all the women popped the balloon, right, when they looked at this brother. And I told myself, I would not go on a dating show that is urban because I already know what sisters are looking for. The brother had a good career, seemed decent, but as a brother, if you're not fitting that stereotype, you automatically gonna be discriminated against. And these women nowadays, their standards are just so unrealistic to where I believe the average guy nowadays is invisible to women. I believe most guys today are invisible to women. Unless you're famous or rich, or you look like one of these fashion models, I truly believe that the average guy nowadays is invisible to women. Most guys are not getting, women are not checking for the average dude nowadays. Like women, literally, I feel like to really have females checking for you and looking at you nowadays, you gotta look like a fashion model. You either gotta look like a model, be rich, or be famous.
Why is this so true?
In order to have females really checking for you and looking at you.
Why is this so
one's scared
true?
of Mbappe. Give Spain France and see what happens. Lamine Yamal will demolish them.
This is the first time you're watching football in your entire life. They just watch football every 4 years and start blabbing shit.
I don't care how much I love you, Papa. You not spitting in this mouth. That's just not happening.
I'm sorry, but how am I only just finding out about young John? So
After review, number 10, Paraguay, cover his mouth. Decision is red card. After review.
They still gave you the penalty, so don't complain. Don't complain. They have to do their checks. When they don't come talk, say they rob Morocco because that's how everybody is now. Why is Mbappe complaining? They had to do their checks. They had to do their checks. So you should not complain that they delayed this penalty. They gave you the penalty. Step up and finish it. Don't complain. Please don't. There's no need for that. Thank you.
Cadbury.
The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
$38 for all of this. Cash only, so walk with your partner money. Buffalo chicken wings on top of chicken fried rice. One and only chunks. Key location. This from July 1st to the end of the month. The Buffalo tree for a Buffalo soldier. This can feed Bob Marley.
I'm going to go and buy this thing.
For all of this.
Let's check the address.
Buffalo chicken wings on top of chicken fried rice. One and only chunks. Key location. This from July 1st to the end of the month. The Buffalo tree for a Buffalo soldier. This can feed Bob Marley. $38 for all of this. Cash only, so walk with your partner money. Buffalo chicken wings on top of chicken fried rice.
In the game, as long as they can keep, frustrating France. Hopefully France opens up, and maybe that's when you can catch them on transitions. But yeah, it's so hard to kind of come out of that mid block that they're in, the low block that they're in, and kind of go into a mid block because the French are just so dangerous, and you don't want to take those chances, right, Stevie?
You can't give them any space in behind, so there's a reluctance to move up to 30, 35 yards out, because then they've got space to make the little double runs, Kev. They'll do the ball in behind, and they'll destroy you if they get in behind you. So I understand why he's got them like this. I understand that this is the way that they've set up their stall, because at this point the only thing that matters is getting to the next round, wherever that comes.
It's actually worse when you gain a bit of confidence when you create a chance or two or create an opening or two, because you then become more expansive, and we saw what happened on that penalty and that just explosive movement from Mbappe and Olise that created the penalty. It might be worse than if you actually get a bit of confidence in this game.
I know, and when Morocco have the ball, they have to be secure with the ball, and if they lose it, they got to win it or end it, and commit a foul. Don't let that transitional threat from France to come into play, because they're deadly in transition.
Morocco doing the Argentina against Canada in the Copa America when it was a 22-minute halftime before Messi and company decided to come back out.
Getting warmed up for the half-time show. That's what we're doing.
They're keeping France waiting. 0-0 after 45 as we send you back into the stadium in Boston.
With $5.
Alan Smith with the
That's
second
a very
half
cheap
goal.
guy.
Deschamps and his first lieutenant Guy Stéphane going through a few notes, debating the potential for a penalty shootout. Penalty. It escaped them in the first half, so still nothing between France and Morocco. They went up against each other on the 14th of December 2022.
That was what, 4 years ago. It has been 4 years since Mbappe did like
the last World Cup, France scored once in the first half and once in the second. And the goal scorer is involved here today. Morocco would perhaps take as their reference point, or prefer as their reference point, the quarter-final they played 4 years ago against Portugal, in which the big centre-forward En-Nesyri scored the only goal that gave them their day of days. As they will remember, of course, if you win this game, regardless of what happens hereafter, you are assured of 2 more matches in the World Cup. The semi-final, and even if you lose that, there's a third, fourth playoff.
Well, that's true. Even if you lose this match, if you win this match, you're sure of 2 more games. That's true. So you win out this game.
Big boots to fill. Now he's filling them. Would you expect Morocco
makes sense. Let's go. Let's go.
I don't think so, not as long as it's 0-0 goalless. Obviously France score and it'll draw out Morocco, but as things stand, I think their tactics will remain the same. I'll just be trying not to get caught on the counter, get caught in one of those 1v1 situations that Mbappe is so good at.
Kone, Dembele's changed his boots at half-time. Yellow turned to pink.
He's always changing his boots.
Olise, Kone, Koundé. Dembele seen okay by Mazraoui. Beautiful manoeuvre.
That's it. Go, go, go.
And he has support outside of him. Lifted up here towards Talbi, flipped up into the air by Koundé. Nahi. Moved on here for Brahim Diaz. There's a crowd of French defenders.
That earlier move was probably as good as they've looked, as threatening as they've looked, Morocco. They had a few men in support of the ball there.
Of course, the hero of the game against Canada in the last round for Morocco. And in that context, worth remembering that in the last 16, they played very much second fiddle to Canada in the first half. Only to re-emerge as a different type of force after half-time. This, of course, is a very different type of opponent. It wouldn't be so straightforward. Talbi, Canus. Talbi felt he was blocked by Micalo.
That's the ball, man. Get the ball.
What a ball from Tone that was.
Welcome by Mbappe.
Stayed on. Deserved a much better touch than that.
By Saliba, nicely on by Rabiot, turning here is Elise. That's a very important read by Issa Diop. And a really strong challenge ahead of him by Al Ainawi, who's kept on moving here. Tommy's going to labour to get to that, he can't quite. Kone has gone down in the midfield for France. Again, out of preference to the...
They are just so stacked everywhere. How, guy? It's not even fair. It's just cheating.
Today, whatever your role, wherever you're standing or sitting, to be taking on ball, taking the additional certainly continues to do so. This one started 4 out of the last 5 for French boss.
About France don't win, Daddy.
France's 14 goals in this World Cup have come in the second half. Micalo, Elise, necessarily tight. Kone into Al-Ainawi. So, Alan, if Morocco aren't going to change, what do France do to turn up the wick here and find a way?
Something special, that's what they have to do. We've seen it in previous games. Maybe Michael Elise gets on the ball, gets a chance to turn and finds one of those Mbappe runs. Just something a little bit different, a little bit special, because, as I said earlier, Morocco know how to defend. They've been doing it well.
Talbi. Dean is one of us from full-back two, but Micalo can shield it behind for a goal kick. Mbappe in one hand, and nearest and dearest in the other.
Nearest and dearest. I don't know whoever that commentator is, but you are doing your works. You are researching and researching and under-searching. Oh, Jesus.
It's been a good start to the second half for Morocco.
Nahi, Hakimi. Nahi. He's done very well, Nahi. Couldn't deliver the cross at the end of it. Al-Kanous.
A bit of that.
only around football.
Rabiot, Koundé, Dembele. Uneventful start to the second half. Digne. Touré. Mbappé. Koundé. Dembele.
Oba never gets one complete pass.
Touré. By Mazraoui, protected by Bouadi. Under by El Khanous. Taken on by Unahi. Talbi. It's a long road round by Micalo.
Micalo that fast? I don't think he's that fast.
Sunderland history books.
Carry him around, Jai.
Newcastle in the English Premier League. At St James's Park, Talbi.
Yes, behind home with the throw for Morocco. Diop. Bouadi.
If I'm going to make so much money from this World Cup, and they are not going to, they're never going to tip or appreciate all these volunteers, all these FIFA volunteers. Because I know there are so many. I'm not going to tip any of them.
Away by Kone, taken back by Kone. Sifted up towards Mbappe. Touré is wide of him.
Yeah, really.
Touré! Kone, covers it up.
This Bono now. So about just take perform last World Cup. He just they turn on.
William Saliba, who astonishingly was the only French outfield player not to have a shot at goal in the first half. Micalo, who had their first ever goal. Dembele, who had a couple. Elise. Micalo. Mbappe. Oh, lovely tilt to Elise. Beautifully gliding.
Jesus. Olise! Ah, Jesus, this guy ain't play!
That was Elise in glorious microcosm.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about a few minutes ago. Getting Michael Elise on the ball.
This guy is playing. What type of tone was that?
Maybe you knew it, Mbappe, but yeah, this is classic Elise. Look at that for a little double touch. Beautiful.
Ah, Olise. The other player of the tournament. Nothing you want to tell me. Nobody has been more outstanding than him. Forget statistics. Goals and assists. Leave that thing. Watch ball, guy. Now Olise get down. Player of the tournament.
Digne. Rabiot. Touré.
Well, aside Messi.
Find that strut runs that we've seen so often in this tournament. Freedom of movement off the ball. Quick passing.
Micalo, Dembele, Elise. Kone. Saliba for Touré. By Mbappe behind. Still no damage done.
Yeah. I think his team are trying to play at a higher tempo when they do get the ball in the attacking third. a bit more aggressive with it.
Moroccans continue to beat their drum. Wave their flag and clap their hands for Africa. 6 Europeans amongst the last 8. 1 South American, of course, Argentina, and just Morocco for Africa. This quarter-final is in LA tomorrow, Spain against Belgium. Free kick here against Koundé. The handball. Diaz. France's 2 expected goals, of course, includes a penalty miss, but Morocco 0.06 tells their story.
Get quiet on that one.
Dembele. Doué. Sifted out for Diaz. Reclaimed by Rabiot, played in by Digne. Steered away by Mazraoui. Doué. Mbappe!
He insists on his moment. 20 World Cup goals for Kylian Mbappe.
He has it.
And it's another beauty.
He has football at his feet.
The Morocco lads, less than happy, I'm not sure. What
He has football at his feet.
But you just can't keep it down, can you? Dreadful penalty. Hasn't had too much to do. This is really just a half chance from there. How many times have we seen him do it, though? Round the side of Issa Diop. Keeper probably can't see it until it comes round the defender. By then it's too late. Such accuracy. I said this match needed something special. We've just seen it. And the man most likely to produce it.
He meets Messi again at the top of the scoring charts. A moment or two in the shade, but it's never long before Kylian Mbappe is soaking up the limelight, the sunlight of Boston. And he has France staring at another semi-final. And even before that goal, Morocco were preparing changes. One in midfield, the youngster Ayoub Bouhaddi has run his race and is replaced by Sofiane Amrabat, one of the veterans of 2022. And further forward, I suspect this will cause a little rejig because El Khanous has given way to a proper out-and-out centre-forward in Sofiane Rahimi, whose 2 goals in this competition to this point have both been scored from the bench. Lenawi, there is Rahimi. Salah Adib. So proper number 9 now for Morocco, Alan. That must appeal to you.
Yeah, I mean, they had to change it, didn't they? They weren't presenting much of a goal threat as well as they were defending Morocco. They've got to try and mix it up now, ask more questions of that France back four.
Benawi. Oh, that from Issa Diop was untidy, to say the least. It's a yellow card that can't surprise him. And it's a yellow card that, should Morocco reach the semi-finals, will rule him out.
Yeah, came in with some force here. Not great at all.
Well, those two are old friends. 10 years ago this summer, Issa Diop and Kylian Mbappe were playing together in the same France under-19s team in the European Championships at that age group. In the final of that game, Diop scored a goal, Mbappe didn't, and it's not the first time they've come face to face.
Yeah, there's nothing in that one.
Elise gliding again. Rabiot. Mbappe now from wide. Not from Diop.
This is where France can take the game away from you, where they can put the foot on the accelerator and end the contest.
We are Mbappe 8, Messi 8, Haaland 7. Haaland's next targets are England. Is England. England, for whom Harry Kane wants to be a part of the Golden Boot race as well. He's on 6.
Has there ever been a better Golden Boot race? I think not.
Elise starting to have fun. Kone, Koundé. Oh, Elise having too much fun. Getting caught on it by Rahimi, who held out of play.
Just a little warning. But it's becoming one of the big stories of this World Cup, seeing the class of Kylian Mbappe. Class of Kylian Mbappe.
How often has he scored that goal? And France are heading for the Final Four. A goal of precision and certainty. A team of togetherness. A nation of the highest expectation. France heading for the stars again.
Well, once things open up, as they always do slightly after the first goal, there's no better team than France for finding those gaps, punishing you. Said they've got this great ability to take the game away from an opponent in a short space of time, and it looks like Les Bleus are doing that out there. Bono's had a really good game. I mean, he's at full stretch. Can't really lay the blame here at the keeper.
Well, that's how it feels to be Moroccan, to crash into the realisation of just how good France are when they choose to up the ante. For Ousmane Dembele, 5 goals at this competition, of which 4 have been scored on this pitch. 3 against Norway, and another one now to put France into a position of preeminence, which only the wildest imagination could consider to be.
You concede that first one, and then France hit you with the second. His 5th goal of the tournament now as well.
France with a 2-goal cushion.
Good long for Rahimi to chase. The Moroccans are desperate. They've got a little less than 30 minutes to find a way to turn this around. There was a time when Ousmane Dembele, reigning winner of Ballon d'Or's World Player of the Year, couldn't score a goal at a World Cup or any major tournament. That was a
Take the pitch with FanDuel's new footy features. Bet all 120 minutes and get early payouts when your team goes up too. Live betting lets you celebrate every strike. And with
build world-class energy projects that bring down costs, create thousands of new jobs, and
day in New England.
Hard for the officials, well, the ref in particular. He's got to get up and down, be there to make the right decisions.
Change for France in midfield. We did see Manu Kone getting injured earlier in the piece, and so this is actually going to be a World Cup debut for Warren Zaïre-Emery. We mentioned before that Aurélien Tchouameni, who would be natural to go in there as first pick, is probably not available. So the 20-year-old from Paris Saint-Germain gets his golden chance, his golden moment on this golden day in Massachusetts. It's a luxuriant moment, okay. With a quarter of a World Cup.
It's horrible, but okay. I expected Morocco to be better. France are going to maim Argentina. They are going to maim Argentina. Like, if France should mistakenly end up catching Argentina, the damage that will be done. Mbappe will take revenge. Revenge of 4 years ago, because they play Argentina don't stand a chance. That's why I was hoping for Morocco to show us that they can do it.
Kimi to dash away. They didn't. Got to get front footed now. You've got to have any chance of turning this round. You can regather.
France. Why are they just so strong? And this thing will continue until next World Cup, because these boys are still young.
Awful miscue from Micalo. He's got away with it. It's a corner.
Yeah. Gave him and Mike Mannion. A little nervous moment for a second there. Nearly caught in the slips.
Oh. Oh.
Morocco must score next inside the last 20 minutes. Their captain Hakimi with their corner.
Oh, there's nothing we can say now. We just sit down and watch.
Lifted it in.
What can we say? The only thing we can say is oh. Oh. That's all we can say. Oh. This is bad, guy. This is very, very bad. This is horrible. This is horrendous. Messi is not winning the shit, guy. If Argentina faces France, the damage that France do to Argentina, plus revenge for the last 4 years, it's not even going to be funny. It's not going. What? Argentina, they will hold France and flog the living daylight out of them. Hey, France has won the World Cup. Allez les bleus, Didier Deschamps. Oh mon Dieu. Oh mon Dieu. Oh mon Dieu. General Mobutu at it again. I was going on with the player now. I run some kind things for me now. Walk. So the script couldn't even save us.
Born player. The fourth to see the field today.
Guy, what's going on with this stream save?
For Morocco against France, and he commits that early foul. It's a warm one today. Luckily, they had those hats to hand out to people.
Can you play? Okay, France win the league, France win the cup, and that's the end of the World Cup competition. Everybody go and remember. Everybody go and remember and chop. France have won the competition, whether you like it or not. It's just a sad thing to see. I'm not even gonna lie.
His third assist just.
That's one of the stats I did love coming into this game.
Oh man, I don't tire now. What's going on, safe? All these coconut heads. Why is it not working?
About to say that is taking the air out of the building here is.
Argentina is going to be maimed. And the maiming is not going to be funny. It's going to be a very dangerous one. You are going to maim Argentina. Hey, God. Walk now. All these play. You will just be so hyped to watch the match. Then these fools come and be spoiling it for you.
But nonetheless, Mbappe is off. The difference maker once again. Got the goal scoring started for France and then laid one off for Dembele. Opened up the field for him. Dembele finished it off. And now Mateta on the field.
Jean-Philippe Mateta, 8 minutes played at this tournament. And you could be an excellent, incredible, world-class player, but if you're one of a few certain nationalities, you might struggle to get on the field at the World Cup. Bradley Barcola replacing Desiree Doué as the other sub. France looking to slam the door shut now. It's going to come in, and I was meant for Mateta. Tries to get his first ever World Cup goal at the age of 29. And then a foul committed. Yassine. And yeah, I think the combination of the heat, the 2 French goals, Mbappe coming off, there's an awful lot of fans here sort of thinking, okay, job done, we're exhausted.
I'm sure there's a few players out there feeling the same. And especially how deflating is it if you're a Moroccan player right now? You're in the game, you're feeling good, as we said, and then you go down 2 goals and you think, well, now we got to chase the game. Now we got to find a way to try to get in this. And then all of a sudden, even in that last break, in that sequence where France, they smell the blood every counterattack, and they just pour numbers into the attack to try to hit you one more time to get that 3rd goal.
Hakimi, nice little move to create the space, trying to get across in, takes a deflection. Rahimi is there to bring it down. Didn't really have a great option to lay it off to. Amrabat holds it in, and awkwardly dealt with there by Rabiot. No real shouts from the Moroccan players.
Look at the speed here now.
Morocco will slow it up. Elise. Barcola into the box. Cuts it back, took an awkward deflection, almost steered it goal bound. It'll come out for a corner.
Oh, Mateta made a great run off the goal line about the penalty spot. Watch his run in the middle as Barcola comes inside. He thinks he's going to run, stops, looks for the angle, trying to get that cutback ball to...
Bobby under some pressure, nice touch there. Yassine. And the defiant shrill whistles from the Moroccan supporters as the opposition's in possession, despite a disheartening day for them. Lucadinho hooks it in, Mateta's up for it, and it can bounce off the defender, in fact, Elwadi. It worked in the end to steer back to Bono.
Oh my goodness!
To go in Foxborough. Way into some open space. Yassine. Cut it in. Barcola. Outshot today, 17-2. When they faced off in the semi-final of the last World Cup, this was the scoreline. The stats were pretty even. That's going to be a free kick from Morocco. As we say, if they can get one, they can create some chaos and chase to the second. Hopefully Mbappe's okay from whatever his issue was. This was not the issue. This was just something magical and special.
The spin rate. Ball is, it's like smashing it. Forehand topspin in tennis, just the way it was picking up speed and speed as it was accelerating through there. Like I said, I mean, Diop's 3 yards away from
Hakimi sends it in, pings around and cleared away by Kunde. Terrell, last man back. Trying to reset it wide for Achraf Hakimi. 8 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Hakimi 2 for company, takes a kick as he plays it inside. Unahi has Talbi out wide. And the referee's going to pull his back for a free kick here. Didn't feel there was an advantage coming. Another set piece chance for Morocco.
It's been few touches in the attacking half for Hakimi. And this one, yeah, he's caught late by Rabiot. And he has been their threat. We've talked about it so much. And the players are up. They're hoping for something to give them an opportunity here. I wonder if he shoots this one directly on target. He tried it from closer, yeah.
At the end of the first half. Hakimi will roll it sideways. Unahi! Manuel save, not held. Rebound cleared away. First save of the game.
The two of them combined on a set piece to score against Canada. The exact same type, and Manuel sees it all the way, but just strong punch away. And here come Morocco, a little bit of pressure now.
They've been allowed kind of back into this with some of these set pieces. They're getting their chances. That's going to be another corner.
He's barely had any action today. You can see, look, he's trying to stay in the angle to see that coming through traffic. And was able to get enough of an angle, and the ball was hit at a height that was nice for him to make that save when he was counted upon.
The referee he's actually more concerned about the placement of the ball. He's going to come over and have a chat. As Micalo belatedly gets the captain's armband. The back of his first save all game. Just his 11th save in 5 games in this tournament. Only 2 goals allowed by France. Hakimi to the near post, and it hits the outside net. That was a wonderful opportunity. That was El Anaoui there.
Wow. That is not far away. He arrives, run from the penalty spot, gets across everybody at the front. And I think Manuel, you see his positioning right now. He actually ends up inside the goal as he's trying to back up here. He's not saving that, if that's it. Just past that near post. Wow.
Talbi is done. It'll be a World Cup debut for 25-year-old Amin Spy, who was born in Morocco but raised in France and plays in France. Another French player playing for Morocco. An injury replacement late onto the roster, and he will get his first minutes of the tournament now. Morocco running out of time. Opportunities. Can they keep the pressure up on this very hot day in Foxborough? They're very disheartening 6 minutes in which they conceded twice. That's Spy just on the field, going to cross the net. It's easy for Mignon, even as he battles the sun. He's going to lay it out quickly. Bradley Barcola. Laying it off Rabat. Barcola drifting in to Bennett, lets it run, Elise! Couldn't get him.
That was a bad swerve now, Elise. That was a very bad swerve, Elise. Loki, yeah.
It's a unique characteristic here, as you said, John, the interview with Jenny Taft with Didier Deschamps speaking about, look, these players are all stars at their team, and they recognize the team is the most important part of this. And you can see that manifested in the way that they play. They combine the passing,
It's gonna shock me, oh God, no, it won't lie.
make his 5th save of the game.
Well, he's got the options in the box. He's crossed the last couple. This one, he actually tries to catch Bono at his near post, thinking he's maybe going to anticipate to his left. But Bono able to come up with the save that time. Let's get a look at the ice pack on the right ankle. It looks like of Kylian Mbappe. We'll see what that is in the days to come. But he doesn't look particularly concerned.
But that will be the major storyline for France between now and Tuesday afternoon in the semifinal. Dembele to take the ensuing corner, whipped it in. Ball beat to him by Mateta, but he couldn't get over the ball and ends up out.
With his head really shine. Jesus.
Just cruising through. I mean, there was a spell there for Morocco the last couple of minutes where it's
Morocco are out, man.
some pressure from set pieces.
Oh God. Morocco is out.
Much more Morocco could have done.
Shout out to Morocco. You guys played well. I wanted you guys to win. Argentina. Because now France are going to mama the shit out of either Spain or Belgium. Spain is not going to beat France. Well, I don't think they would. I don't think Spain is going to beat France, but let's see. I want Morocco to win. I'm never going to lie. This match, I'm giving up, guy. So Morocco cannot do this for me.
Finals are one nation that has won the World Cup, one nation that has not. Mohamed Wabi, again, he was put in a tough situation. He was given this job on a couple months' notice. The prior coach, Rigoni, was kind of run out of town because they weren't playing well enough. And ultimately, yes, is there anything differently or better he or they could have done?
Well, and he's on the verge of having his first loss as the head coach of Morocco. And it's a team that, again, it's not bad to lose to France. It's just, we've spoken about this a fair amount, John, is coming into this tournament, an extra game, 8 to win a World Cup, 6 added minutes coming. It was going to take depth.
You guys played ball.
Coaching, it was going to take teams staying healthy.
Shout out to Morocco. You guys ball.
And the fact is, to play against a team like France, to be down one of your key players and one of your best players in the whole tournament sidebar, that's a big loss. You're missing a player at the back as well. So the drop in quality is evident. You just don't have the same oomph up front. But to say that the result would have been different with them, I don't think it would have been. I just don't see a way in which Morocco would run away this game.
So the flip side of that argument then is that France do have that type of depth.
Yeah.
If let's say Mbappe can't play Tuesday, are France, do they have enough oomph to beat Spain or Belgium?
I think they do, but that's a huge missing piece. He's the X factor. He's the guy today that when the game was tight creates a goal out of absolute.
Since spinning me, Loki, spinning me.
Mignon was a little worried about for a moment, and with a little less than 5 minutes to go, Morocco have corner kick number 5. It'll be a different taker this time. It'll be Amin Sabai. Hooks it in. Mignon hesitated, head away. There's Rabiot there. Zraoui, Unahi, Hakimi. Now the cross.
God forbid one that be watching BBC News. Those guys, I don't know what they want. I don't know what they are saying 90% of the time. They're just talking trash. Chile all the time. All they're saying is shit.
Fitness levels, Micalo, Lisa.
I think that was full time. Oh. Just like that. Anyways, most definitely that was a fun match. The players played well. I believed they could have done something better. That's 2-0, that's it. Game is game. Morocco can't really do anything. This shit pissed me off though. Wow.
Switzerland, Argentina, and Kansas City. And those will be your final four for the semifinals Tuesday and Wednesday. Jean-Philippe Mateta cutting it back, miss hit it. And that's a sixth save of the game, Yassine Bono. Less than 3 minutes to go here in Foxborough. Umahi running through, it's a great tackle, just holding his ground there on the outside. Gusto.
Nah, this team are just full of machines, bro. This France team is just full of machines. I'm done with this shit, man. I'm going to bed. Just full of machines. Anyway, chat, I love you guys so much. I love each and every one of you. Thank you guys for pulling up to the beautiful stream. You know, it was a fun one. France maimed Morocco dangerously. They massacred them. But, I mean, Morocco played out their hearts. So, shout out to the entire Morocco team. Or Moroccan team, whatever they go by. I'll catch you guys on the next flipping stream. Toodles.